Bush-appointed judge halts Trump travel ban nationwide. State Department reverses visa cancellations for foreigners after furious Trump slams so-called judge's decision to halt his immigration order, warning it could lead to death and destruction. Donald Trump slammed judge's decision Saturday to halt his immigration order. Judge James Robart temporarily blocked Trump's immigration ban nationwide. Several major airlines say citizens can board US-bound flights on Saturday. Qatar, Air France, Etihand and Emirates among those allowing people to board. The Washington state judge's ruling was made effective immediately on Friday. Customs and Border Protection told major U.S. airlines that it is reinstating visas. Homeland Security said it was suspending any action from executive order. The White House said it intends to file an emergency stay against the outrageous order at the earliest possible time. Travelers from previously banned countries will have a temporary time frame to enter country before the emergency stay is filed. Trump's order last week sparked protests nationwide and confusion at airports. The U.S. State Department has reversed the cancellations of visas for foreigners after Donald Trump slammed a so-called judge's decision to halt his immigration order. Federal Judge James Robart issued a ruling on Friday that temporarily halted Trump's order banning travelers and immigrants from 7 Muslim-majority countries. A furious Trump fired off a series of tweets on Saturday morning as major airlines started allowing passengers from Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria and Yemen to fly to U.S. cities if they had valid visa documents. When a country is no longer able to say who can, and who cannot, come in and out, especially for reasons of safety and security, big trouble. Trump tweeted. Interesting that certain Middle Eastern countries agree with the ban. They know if certain people are allowed in, it's death and destruction. Their opinion of this so-called judge, which essentially takes law enforcement away from our country, is ridiculous and will be overturned. The U.S. State Department announced it would be reversing visa cancellations for foreigners to comply with the judge's ruling. The Department of Homeland Security also said it was suspending any action from the executive order. Major airlines, including Qatar Airways, Air France, Etihad Airlines, Emirates, Spain's Iberia and German airline Lufthansa said they would allow previously banned passengers to fly to U.S. cities following the judge's ruling. While judges have ruled against previous presidents in the past, including Barack Obama and George W. Bush, they were not known to have personally criticized judges for their decisions. The White House slammed the judge's ruling as outrageous and vowed to appeal as soon as possible on Friday night. The temporary restraining order represents a major challenge to Trump's ban on immigrants from 7 predominantly Muslim countries. Judge Robart made his ruling effective immediately on Friday, and Customs and Border Protection immediately alerted major U.S. airlines that it will begin to reinstate visas. Airlines allowing passengers to fly: Qatar Airways, Etihad Airways, Emirates, Air France, Spanish airline Iberia, Germany's Lufthansa. The state's Attorney General, Bob Ferguson, said, "This decision shuts down the executive order right now. No one is above the law, not even the president." With the Department of Justice seeking to file an emergency stay to reverse the decision as soon as Saturday, it opens a narrow window for previously barred travelers to enter the country. However, it was unclear how the change in status was being received on the ground. No U.S. airports reported they were releasing travelers still held in limbo on Friday night, and there were no reports of any passengers exploiting the gap. Going into the weekend, further chaos is undoubtedly expected as the 2 branches of government begin a tug-of-war battle over the law, with customs officers attempting to interpret directions at the center. Executive orders are subject to legal review by a federal court when brought before a U.S. judge. The government's bid to have the temporary restraining order reversed will now play out in court.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. If you like, donate to us, visit home on the page PayPal.